Morning guys, and welcome back to 16 years and now kid free. I'm finally going to attempt the cave that I've been wanting to do all week, but I've either been doing other bits or the weather's just said nah, don't do it. But before I go out, I'm just going to show you through a basic bit of kit that if you're going out lone walking, walking by yourself, or you're doing some climbing by yourself, just a few bits that you should really have. One, have somebody to check in with. I'm using Jamie Tooth J. Cheers buddy. Even though he's at work, he's going to do it for me. Yeah, and basically a check-in is someone you say, right, I'm going to go out across this route. He already knows the route that I'm doing. Across this route, it's going to take me a set amount of hours. I'm leaving at this time. So if you don't check in with them by the time you say they're going to get check in with you, they will try and contact you, and if you're uncontactable, they will notify someone where you are or where you're meant to be, and it shrinks down where search and rescue or anybody has to come and look for you, and it's, in this beautiful area of the Peak District, you could be miles off the peak, off the track or anything, yeah. Lucky enough, the cave I'm doing is by a busy main road that's very easily seen from that road, but it doesn't mean that somebody will be passing by it, just for instance, if I fall. Okay, so a few basic bits of kit. Right, if we look around the outside of my bag, there we go. I know he's a bit tattered these days, my old hobo roll. I always carry two pairs of gloves. One I like climbing with, they're nice and grippy and rubbery on the inside. Not everybody likes climbing with gloves, it's your own personal. And then a set of warm gloves as well. Because a short walk can turn into a very long day very quickly. Okay guys, so I've got that on that side. Right, another thing, if you're going out by yourself, this is, okay, on this side, I always have a bit of chocolate that's already opened, that is easy accessible from your side pocket. Behind that, as you can see, is a thermal blanket. The amount of people that don't go out with these thermal blankets is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And keep it easy access, because one, either you can get it and you might not be able to undo zips because you're cold or something like that, or you've injured something, okay. And secondly, not a lot of people like rummaging through bags for some reason, so if they can see it on the outside of the bag, they're more intent to use it. Okay guys, and behind that I have a passport that I always keep on the outside. No, I'm not afraid of immigration or anything like that. It's just in case you knock yourself unconscious, they can find out who you are quickly, okay? And if they can find out who you are quickly, they can find your medical records. I'm lucky enough, I don't have anything seriously wrong with me, apart from the hearing aids, and my false tooth, and my face full of metal, and my half a hip. But other than that, I don't have any diabetes, epilepsy, stroke conditions, anything like that, okay? But, it cuts everything down so quickly. Right, then we go inside the bag. Oh, and another thing I'm going to do today, because it's quite windy outside, so I'm going to ditch my normal hat that I have, and I'm going to have myself a nice woolly hat. The reason I'm doing this is, one, keep my little ear holes warm, and secondly, I don't want to be worrying about in the wind that I'm going to lose my hat, because if I'm climbing somewhere and I'm all worried about losing my hat, it's easier to, cause an injury, okay? Nowadays you can have a phone. If you've got audience survey maps on your phone, that's what you got. It's up to you. I choose to, I know where I'm going, use a map, or take somebody else that knows where they're going, okay? Other than that, I always carry bottles of water, okay? I've got 3 bottles of water today. I only plan to be out for an hour, but it can turn into a lot longer. And the longer you're going to be out, always pack enough so you've got at least a litre for overnight, just in case something happens. One of these I use with a sports top. That's because you might get some grit in your eye, or something in your hand, and if you've got a little bit of squirt, you don't have to rely leaning back or anything like that, okay? So you can squirt stuff out your eye. That's that. I always carry some munchies. I've got some Monster Munch. I've got a Boost bar because I don't plan to be out for that long, but again, the longer you're going to be out for, the more stuff you're going to want to take, okay guys? And then underneath that, I've got a miniature first aid kit with some plasters, bandages, a bit of gauze, pocket knife, and another emergency blanket in there. The reason you don't rely on just that one is, again, people might not know it's in your bag and don't particularly like to rummage through your bag. Okay, so that's that bit of kit there. And then I've got a jacket. because it can turn very cold very quickly. And I might actually put this on when I get out of the car. I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, that's my bag. Right, so you've got your simple things that you got in your bags, somebody to check in with, and then the most important bit is, as I said, know where you're going. I'm doing a bit of a climb today, so I'm going to go down. I'm going to check it from the roadside. If I can't see it properly, I'm going to go up the other hill where I saw it from the other day, look down on it, to just make sure I know where I'm going. And the most important thing is to have respect for the area you're in. Okay? If you're going out there thinking, oh, it's okay, nothing can ever happen, you are going to come unstuck. Yeah, there was a story that was on the Derbyshire bit the other day, yesterday, somebody put in about somebody crossing 2 barbed wire fences because that's where his phone, Google Maps, had sent him, and he ended up falling down somewhere. They had to clear a load of people out because they're worried about the rocks, and he ended up having to be airlifted out. And if you're going out there with that stupidity, please don't. You know, all you're doing is going to end up putting other people at risk. Okay? Just don't. Respect your area. A healthy dose of fear of what you're doing makes you respect what you're doing, and it makes you concentrate that much harder. Okay, guys? But other than that, you know, have a decent kit on you. If you're going out with friends, you can share the load. But yeah, after that, as I always say, have fun, take it easy, keep adventuring, love you, bye.